Did you know that stress could have caused your physical injury? The mind-body connection is not some woo-woo thing. It's very tangible and can lead to tangible injuries. I'm Dr. Davis. Let's talk about allostatic load. This is the total load of stressors that your body is under. Now, these stressors include physical stressors like overtraining and exercising too much. They include mental stressors like you got in a fight with your significant other or you got in a fight with your boss at work. But they also include other stressors such as getting a crappy night's sleep or eating a bunch of chili cheese fries before you went and exercised or living in a toxic environment. And by the way, that toxic environment could be physically, pollutants, or it could be a toxic environment because you're around toxic people. So your body can only handle so much stress, and your body doesn't care whether those stressors are physical, mental, or social in nature or environmental in nature. It's all the same to your body. So your total ability to handle stressors is a certain amount. And if your body takes on too many stressors of any kind, then you're gonna get sick or injured or have pain or have some kind of negative thing. So a lot of people that come into clinic, in my experience, don't wanna hear that their stress is amplifying their pain or contributing to their pain because it's taboo to talk about mental health, that people don't wanna think about their mental health. For some reason, if you stub a toe or you roll an ankle or something like that, then you're gonna do something about it. Oh yeah, I hurt my knee while I was playing soccer. You're gonna go to the doctor, you're gonna get it fixed, and it's not a big deal. But for some reason, talking about our mental health, for some reason that feels personal, like you're a bad person because you have stress or depression or anxiety. You're not a bad person. You're like everybody else because most people struggle with some kind of stress, depression, anxiety, or other mental health concerns. So really, diagnosis, normal human. But here's how I talk about it in clinic, especially when I have somebody who comes in and they are probably going to be resistant to the idea of some kind of mind-body connection. Well, I say oftentimes these people used to be athletes, right? So let's pretend that I was talking to somebody who was an athlete, they came in, they got injured, but I also noticed they have a lot of stress in their life. And I think that it's contributing to the fact that they keep getting injured. So I might say to them, hey, did you ever play any sports growing up? And they say, yeah, I played, let's say football. Oh, I played football growing up. And I say, okay, well, let's imagine that you had a big game to play on Saturday, but Friday night you had a crappy day at work, your boss was a jerk, you got in a fight with your significant other, you ate chili cheese fries instead of something healthy, and you got crappy sleep as a result. Now, do you think that because of Friday night, now on Saturday for the big game, do you think that your performance is gonna suffer, you're gonna play poorly, and that you're maybe more likely to get injured? And if you've ever played any sports, then you know, oh, well, yeah, of course, I'm probably not gonna play well, and I might be more likely to get injured as a result. So the same thing, it doesn't have to be, obviously that's a really bad Friday night, but let's just say that Friday night, all that happened was that you got in a fight with your significant other, and now you're stressed about it. Do you think that is enough to lead to poor performance and possibly higher risk for injury? Yes. And the reason I end up having this conversation with people is because they come in and I'm talking about, oh, I just got injured. Oh, I threw out my back, whatever that means. So, oh, you're having back pain. Okay, well, what did you just recently start doing a lot more exercise? Are you overtraining? Did you overdo it? And let's say that person says, no, I do the exact same thing every single week, the exact same exercises. I'm not increasing the intensity at all. It's totally normal stuff. Well, then I back up and I ask them, okay, did anything else change? Did you sleep in a different bed? Did you get in any fights with your people that you love? Did you have a crappy week at work? Are you under a lot of stress? And a lot of times they're not willing or able to see any correlations there either. Although sometimes they're like, oh yeah, it has been a really stressful week at work. Well, okay, there are two ways to overtrain and overdo it with exercise and have that lead to an injury, right? The first way is that you went from doing a smaller amount of exercise to suddenly doing a lot more exercise way too quickly without ramping it up. So obviously that's too much for your body and you overdo it and you get hurt. Well, the other way that you can overdo it with exercise is you could keep doing the exact same amount of exercise, but your recovery is worse. So same amount of exercise, but now you start sleeping like crap. Well, you're not recovering from that exercise. And then the exact same type of exercise suddenly is too much because you didn't recover from from 2 days ago, and then 2 days before that, and 2 days before that. You keep not recovering from your exercise, and now you're just overdoing it because you're not recovering. So this is overdoing it with your allostatic load. So if you get poor sleep, you eat bad food, you have too many stressors at work that you're not managing, you have too many stressors with your loved ones that you're not able to cope well, all of these things are going to add to your allostatic load, and eventually you're going to overdo it. So this is how stress can cause physical injury, right? And again, we want to back out and zoom out and say stress can be physical stress on your body through exercise. It could be mental stress at work or with your loved ones. It could be poor recovery type of stress from your poor sleep or poor nutrition. And it could be environmental stressors if you live in a toxic environment. And it can also be genetic, right? Your genetics might just not make it as easy for you to recover from exercise. So maybe while most people can bounce back if they have a hard workout and they rest the next day, then on the alternate days, they can get back at it and do a hard workout. Well, maybe your genetics are just, you need 2 days to bounce back or even 3 days to bounce back. Whatever it is, maybe your genetics are such that you just need a little extra recovery time. And that's okay. So just keep an eye on your allostatic load. Keep an eye on your total amount of stressors, and you're gonna do much better when it comes to feeling great and achieving the types of movement that make you happy. I'm Dr. Davis. Motion is lotion, movement is medicine, food is medicine, life is medicine, sleep is medicine, good food and good people are medicine. I'll see you next time. Oh, and sleep. Sleep is definitely medicine.